Rudy was trying to convince this table of girls that we were with that Playboy Cardi was the hottest guy he could think of. And then we were like, no, that's not right. And Rudy got like actually offended. Like we called Rudy ugly. Like, no, he's hot. He's hot. He pulled up a bunch of pictures that weren't online in his album, in his
Oh my
camera roll.
God.
And then the conversation like moved on like 30 minutes later, and Rudy hasn't spoken a word. And then he had a bunch more pictures to show. They're like, all right, we're gonna go get a drink.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome to the bracket episode 152. We have a special episode planned for you today. We are doing which athlete would be the best gladiator. We're doing it fictional debate style. So each one of these athletes that are going to get mentioned is going to have their own chance at a weapon wheel, which we did do towards the end of fictional debates.
That's
so
right.
We're going to spin it, and they're going to get a weapon, and that's going to be applied to them throughout the rest of the match. It's me, Tommy, Nick, KB, and the latest motherfucker on the goddamn planet, Rudy Junda. This guy
He's never been on time for anything.
Inconsiderate prick. It's one of the most selfish qualities a person can have, to consistently say my time is more valuable than yours. I don't
World
respect
revolves
your
around him.
time. Yep. It
World revolves
What's
around.
up, Rudy?
makes
yeah.
me irrationally
Good to see you.
angry. There he is.
walks in now, warned him this morning. I said,
The
hey,
headphones on.
10 a.m. Don't forget, 10 a.m., man, 10 a.m.
That's Rudy, though.
And he goes, I'll be there. Don't worry.
Wait, hold on, Tommy.
But in Rudy's defense, he does live a 3-minute walk from
Wait,
home.
Tommy.
Rudy.
I've been meaning to tell you this. Actually, I've been working on it. This is my first miss in a while.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
Anus last week. Haven't been
There's
late.
no start time for anus.
We texted the. Yes, we do.
No,
Yes,
there
there is. We
isn't. No,
texted
there
the
isn't.
night before.
No, that's a rolling start time.
No,
Kyle,
it's
come on.
not.
Kyle, don't. Come on.
But you will like do things right outside of the door.
Yeah, I'm getting ready.
No, and then you
can't
getting ready.
Okay, yeah, I do it too, so I don't want. But you've been doing it.
I've been working on it because it is rude.
This
I've
is
been
an
working
intervention.
Yeah,
For Rudy's
a late
lateness.
intervention.
on it. I was so hoping Tommy wasn't going to be here because I was like, oh, he's going to.
I've been.
Here
We were
actually 10 on the
ripping you.
dot.
Yeah.
You would have hated it.
I can't. There's something about 10. I just can't hit.
That's the worst job I've ever heard in my life. It's just I don't know if it's the physical look of 1 and 0.
Honestly,
Can't hit
I just
10.
can't hit.
It's like a
10.
knuckleball.
Crazy. It's
So you're saying,
crazy.
would it be better if we started at 9 your time?
Like 9:30 because then it's a little bit earlier. Like 10, you think you always have time,
Yeah.
and you just don't. Like 9:30, I'm like, all right, it's a little bit earlier. That's on me. It's very selfish. I know. I'm working on it. I really am.
Hey,
I wish it were-
at least you owned up to it. That's the first step.
Yep. If you didn't
I
own up to
really-
it, I was going to bring up every timestamp of me telling you the time for over the last 24 hours.
I mean, it's crazy. It's like hieroglyphics to me. I have every intention of being on time and just can't be done.
But hey, no one gives a shit about the early guy.
Yeah.
No one's singing his praises.
Thank you, Kyle.
But before we get to that, let's talk about
Yeah,
let's talk about Ibotta. Big holidays mean big family get-together, so gather around your loved ones and enjoy all of the holiday traditions you cherish with the help of cashback from Ibotta. This month, Ibotta is giving new users 100% cashback on their Thanksgiving feasts. Just add the offers from the app to redeem everything that you need to make your Thanksgiving feast complete. All you have to do is shop at your favorite retailers and upload your receipt. Ibotta gives you cashback on hundreds of grocery items from produce to personal care to pantry goods, so that you can get everything you need for the holidays. Other apps give you points that don't amount to much. With Ibotta, you get real cash back that you can cash into your bank account, PayPal, or gift cards. You can also earn cash back on hundreds of online brands and retailers too when you start with Ibotta, including Lowe's, Macy's, Sephora, Best Buy, and more. Download the Ibotta app now and use code BRACKET to get 100% cash back on your Thanksgiving feast starting November 1st. Just go to the App Store or Google Play Store and download the free Ibotta app and use code BRACKET. That's IBOTTA in the Google Play or App Store and use code BRACKET. All right. First matchup of the day, number 12 seed versus number 5 seed, a matchup of defensive ends. It is number 12, Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa has been making some waves lately. Getting some claps from Tommy. No idea why, but
Is he the 49er?
yeah, he's
Yeah.
a 49er. And I'll send some
Patriot. He's a patriot also, though.
Yeah, that's also true. It's also very true. Nick Bosa is massive. He's a tremendously huge human being. And he's
biggest.
There's a picture of him with shorts on that. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's shocking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scene.
And Nick Bosa is going up against number 5 seed, another defensive end again, Myles Garrett. And Myles Garrett is one of the most insanely huge human beings you've ever seen in your life.
Wait, so for a gladiator, what type of traits are we looking for other than just brute strength and
I
size?
think you need elusiveness. I think you do need strength. I think you need some sort of
You need
ability
cunning.
physically. That too. Cunning helps.
Are we?
So, I'm
we're
basing
saying they're in
everything
a
off the
one-on-one
movie
battle.
Gladiator,
Yeah.
and I want who would avoid the net and trident guy. That guy, in my mind, unbeatable.
Yeah.
So good thing you
Have seen
mentioned that.
Gladiator.
I haven't.
He had a net with a trident, so he'd throw a net over you and then stab you with a trident.
Oh.
Now this is
Why the net?
Yeah. Wait, why do they do that again? I don't remember that.
I think it's to
He
stop
gets killed,
you.
but-
Yeah, he does get killed immediately, like so fast.
Right, but it should be like OP. If
Yeah.
somebody threw a net on me,
yeah, I'd be fucked.
I'd be pissed.
I'd be like, hold on, like, wait.
So which one of these guys can avoid a net and trident?
So to give you guys the sizes, by the way, Nick
God,
Bosa,
Myles
Nick Bosa 6'4", 266. Miles,
Nick Bosa's that tall?
he's big. He's a big boy, and Miles
He
Garrett.
presents like a shorter dude, which
He has a short face.
he looks like he's like 5'11".
Yeah,
And because he has so much muscle, you're like, he can't be that.
That's it. It's his like he has like stubby arms that are so big.
and Miles Garrett is 6'4", 271, and also trains MMA in the offseason. Just something to keep in mind.
I just want to see these two go at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sexually.
There should be a defense versus defense football game.
Just full.
That
Yeah.
would be great.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do the wheel for this one. It's going to be first up.
It's going to come down to this.
We're going to do Nick Bosa. So Nick Bosa is going up first with his weapons, and I just randomized the weapons here, so it could be anything he gets.
Oh, trident net.
Trident net's on there. So Nick Bosa gets a pocket knife.
Wait. Let's keep going.
Wait.
Keeps going. No,
Still pretty
pocket
fucking
knife.
dangerous.
Yeah, that is.
I think he'd be better off without it. I don't know.
I mean,
no.
it's still
you could
stab
stab
you.
a person.
So
Dude, that's still pretty dangerous.
You would rather go against Nick Bosa without a pocket knife.
No, that's true. That's a good point. Oh fuck, that's Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
He's mad at us, charging us. Does he have a pocket knife?
Oh, thank God I got.
Oh, we're fucked.
Thank God I got pocket knife Nick Bosa, not just Nick Bosa.
Regular Nick Bosa.
I think he could do more damage with his hands.
I do too.
He doesn't have to use the
Galaxy,
pocket
there's a
knife.
fucking knife.
Pocket knives are like this big, dude.
He wouldn't pierce me too far, whereas with his hands it could be instant.
Well, I mean, for
Nick Bosa
any of
could
us, he
pierce
does
me
not
more
need the
without a
pocket
pocket
knife.
yeah. Again, it's not about us. It's
right.
about who he's
Yeah.
facing. So
All
remember,
right,
it's,
I like the wheel feature a lot.
Yeah, because these two beasts, I don't even know.
I think one's a bigger beast in my mind.
so now we have
Myles?
Nick Bosa with a pocket
Myles.
knife is going up now against Miles Garrett with. Let's see what he ends up with. This could be dangerous. Oh,
get wrapped.
Oh,
End the
the
show.
trident
That's what
net.
you're talking about.
That's a trident
I gotta
net
look
in the
this
net.
up.
I don't think Bosa do too well with the net.
No, a net would really.
You'd be like,
frustrate
what
him.
is this?
He starts speaking like the Tasmanian devil.
Oh, this is not what I was thinking of. This thing's avoidable.
And so you throw a big ass net onto the guy, and then you stab him with a like a trident. It's a big ass spear, basically.
Yeah, no, that's not great.
So we'll start out. Rudy. Let's start with you. Who wins in this fight? Nick Bosa with a pocket knife, or Myles Garrett with a trident and
But like,
net?
I think you'd want like the trident net with somebody a little bit more agile, less bulky.
You'd want to use it against someone?
No.
Or
Like
you'd want to have it.
it's a waste of his giant size to have something like that.
Yeah, because if I saw him, I'd be like,
Exactly.
why do you have a fucking net?
Yeah.
Like if Myles Garrett had a fucking club,
Yeah, like a
That-
hammer.
yeah.
Like a Samson club? Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be perfect.
Yeah.
I think that might just slow him down.
Yeah. Regardless of the weapons, I still think Myles Garrett, strictly off the fact that he likes to do poetry, and that's more the vibe of like Gladiator. Like they,
everything you say is gayer than the previous.
yeah. And so, but think about it though. Like back then, like what's his fucking name? Maximus.
Yeah.
In this show, he's like walking through the fields and like rubbing his hands on the wheat and like waxing poetic about his dead wife and kids.
Yeah. a warrior poet.
Right, a warrior poet. Whereas like Nick Bosa is just like eating like a turkey leg. Like the character wise, Myles Garrett.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And then you add a trident and net. It's no question, Myles Garrett.
Rudy's not voting for Nick Bosa because he wore the Make America Great
Yeah,
Again hat.
yeah. We all get where you're
I thought that
going.
was his brother.
No,
No,
it's
we-
Nick.
No, it was Nick.
Oh, yeah, obviously. I don't give a shit.
KB.
So this is more weapon versus weapon.
It's part of it for sure.
That's part of being.
I think Myles Garrett is the bigger beast in all senses. Maybe I think he's better at football too.
They are.
And he has the superior weapon.
They're about as close as you can be, probably.
Body of work, full body of
Sure,
NFL
yeah.
work.
Yeah.
I think he's better. So I'm gonna go Myles Garrett.
2 for Myles Garrett. Nick.
I think Myles has the mind. He has the body of an absolute monster, but he has the mind of somebody that studied the blade. And so I think he would be like pretty nice with the trident. I think he would like honor the weapon and like really, really hone his crafts. And I think he's the bigger beast.
Yep, and the net too. Where I think we're really sleeping on the net.
I've seen Bosa interviews. He's dumb.
Oh yeah, he is.
He's like 3 words per minute. He'll like think of each word for a while, and then.
But that makes for the better gladiator.
I think it might be a sign of his calmness more than his stupidity, but he is stupid.
But I think stupidity. I would rather
in a
like,
battle.
If I was going to bet on a gladiator, I would take the dumber one.
I feel a cerebral man will be like, my chances are low.
Yeah,
and they'll get nervous.
Fuck, I might have to switch.
You want to switch over to Nick Bosa and his pocket knife?
I think Myles Garrett is a freak.
Yeah,
he's a freak.
Like
No.
genetically.
Sexually?
A
sexual
For
freak.
sure.
Sexually.
No, that's a different guy on the team.
That's right. Right, you are.
So we're all sticking with Myles Garrett for now. I would between these two.
His traps look like the top of a pizza.
What does that mean?
So big and rounded.
You mean like a crust of a pizza?
Like a full pizza.
Like
it looks like the top half of a
balanced
full
perfectly.
Oh, gotcha.
like a wheel.
So between these two, I think it really comes down to the weapons make a difference here, and I would stick with Myles Garrett over Nick Bosa. Tommy,
you guys are missing a huge factor, and that it's if there was a modern day gladiator tournament, you would probably say that's pretty similar to a UFC event, right?
Sure.
And you know who loves to go to UFC events is Donald J. Trump. And
That's
if you think Nick Bosa is going to lose a gladiator match with Trump in the crowd, you got another thing coming.
That's a really good point, Tom.
Now he would set records. He would have you would not believe the things he'd do with that pocket knife. So I'm going to go with Nick Bosa.
It'd be like Jordan Poole in front of a hot fat ass.
Shit, that's good. So Myles Garrett's going to win though, 4-1. Our next matchup is the 4 seed versus the 13 seed. The 4 seed standing at 6'1", 250, Ray Lewis may or may not have
an actual murderer.
And allegedly.
Yeah,
yes.
This almost isn't fair.
And he's going up against the number 13 seed at 6'4", 236, DK Metcalf.
Ooh,
another just simply.
I love me some DK Metcalf.
Yeah,
sexually.
Of course,
yeah, sure, yeah.
No one was thinking any differently. So
is D'Amico still your number 1, Tommy?
Yeah.
We texted about D'Amico on the weekend.
D'Amico Ryan?
Yeah, dude, he's the best skin I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's
like K-pop-esque.
My roommate had like his girlfriend and a few friends over last week, and D'Amico Ryans came on the screen. I was like, oh my god, like guys, this is like the hottest guy of all time. They didn't say it. They did. What? It was crazy. I was like, I'm serious. Look him up.
Else the other day, and he got mad at me.
Well, you literally scared away the hose, and it was like Rudy was trying to convince this table of girls that we were with that Playboy Cardi was the hottest guy he could think of, and then we were like, no, that's not right. And Rudy got like actually offended, like we called Rudy ugly. Like, no, he's hot. He's hot. He pulled up a bunch of pictures that weren't online in his album, in his.
Oh my
camera roll.
god.
And then the conversation like moved on like 30 minutes later, and Rudy hasn't spoken a word. And then he had a bunch more pictures to show. They're like, all right, we're gonna go get a drink.
Yeah.
He has a folder in his phone like
D'Amico Ryan. You guys aren't about this.
D'Amico Ryan's is actually hot.
D'Amico Ryan's now listen. Could his teeth use a little bit of work? Yes, but when he has that mouth closed on the sideline with that tight red shirt, watch tonight. They're on Monday Night Football tonight. Oh my god. Handsome,
D'Amico Ryan. What is
handsome man.
Is he the coach?
Yeah.
Yes, he used to be on
and
that
that even like
team.
the authority figure even makes it kind of sexier.
He does have nice guy.
He makes Idris Elba look like Urkel.
I can see where you're coming from. I really can actually.
And like I've been long. It's like it's so gay.
He's
Literally,
gorgeous.
I've been
my
thinking
God.
I've
this.
never seen more flawless skin.
He has good skin and he's handsome. I don't know if he's like that a level.
You're not even.
No,
you're not seeing it,
he's.
dude.
I said this before. I mean, I said this on the bracket probably a couple years ago, but I've been saying this since I think 2020 when he was the 49ers defensive coordinator. They would just show him on the sidelines, and I would literally, oh my god, who is this handsome black man? And he would take my breath away every time. And then his coaching career has skyrocketed since then. I think he won Coach of the Year last year, maybe. Great first year with the Texans. He's a handsome,
He's
smart,
so symmetrical. Yes.
Perfectly
I
symmetrical. That's a great point.
apologize. I apologize. I hadn't seen D'Amico Ryan.
This is the I apologize. I was not familiar with your game,
Yeah.
D'Amico Ryan.
I mean, look at that guy. That's the hottest.
And but you're
guy.
saying Playboy Carti is like this sex symbol?
I don't know who you're talking about anymore, dude.
I don't even know
Yeah,
Playboy
he's a
Cardi
D'Amico
looks
man.
like.
Oh, you were over? Because that's crazy.
I mean, I'm over him ever since I saw that.
Ever since you saw
D'Amico-
D'Amico
yeah.
Ryans, yeah.
But he's getting better with age too.
There's something about that D'Amico Ryans that
It's great
drives
too, 'cause
me
it's a sexy name.
Usually bald guys have a shine. He's Matt.
Yeah,
Yes.
he has a mat, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he's a Matt man.
So now we're going to pick our weapons for Ray Lewis versus DK Metcalf. We'll
Okay.
start
yeah,
out.
okay.
The
We got a
weapons.
little sidetracked.
We got a little sidetracked in our extremely masculine gladiator battle. So first up, Ray Lewis. What weapon does Ray Lewis would have done great with the pocket knife?
He could probably bring his
Is
own.
there a
Yeah.
gun on here?
No gun.
Ray Lewis was a
Oh,
frying
the
pan.
comical Tom and
Actually-
Jerry frying pan.
That's
I
not going to
could
do
see
much.
that. What?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my God, Tommy.
A frying pan?
Yeah,
He
like
would
Tom and Jerry.
flatten-
Like
Oh, you would
Bull.
flatten.
Tommy, you'd be walking like an accordion.
I'm not fighting him. DK
Yeah,
Metcalf
but you're
is
acting all
fighting him.
tough. Like, oh, don't worry, it's just Ray Lewis with a frying pan. It's a bloodlusted Ray Lewis with a frying
You
pan.
pooped a pocket knife.
dude, it's a frying
Ray
pan.
Lewis has killed people.
Yeah, your face would look like it'd be two-dimensional.
He would kill me with one hand. DK Metcalf. Let's see what DK Metcalf has.
right.
DK Metcalf, I think, is too soft-spoken and kind.
I agree,
Was it
but he was so everyone wanted
Yeah.
DK Metcalf on this one, at least submission-wise. So
That's a fantastic point, Rudy. His mouth guard looks like a binky.
He has a binky.
And another
Oversized
Tom and
wooden
Jerry
what?
weapon. The oversized wooden mallet goes to DK Metcalf.
I mean, that's better than a pocket. Better than a frying
the
pan.
giant two-hand.
No, it is not.
Think the giant two-hand one that like Tom uses to crush Jerry with, and turns him into an accordion, like you were saying before.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
are we
a good
talking
giant-
like the strong man ring the bell at the top of the...
Kind of. Yeah, but even bigger, comically large. Like
But is it usable?
yes.
Right.
Oh yeah.
But if it's wood, isn't it gonna be heavy as fuck?
As heavy as a cast iron giant frying pan, probably.
Wood is
not that
heavy as
heavy.
hell. Wood is so heavy.
And
Yeah.
splinters.
Oh,
Yeah,
forgot to remove
so
this.
it's oversized but not heavy.
He could wear
What are we
gloves.
doing?
He could wear gloves.
Okay, so the Ray Lewis with the frying pan versus DK Metcalf with the giant wooden mallet. Tommy.
I'm going DK. I know you guys are saying he's nicer. Ray Lewis.
You're picking who you're more sexually
Yeah.
attracted
I
to
so
every
far,
time.
so
Every
far,
time,
that
yeah.
has been the thing.
Tommy would be in the dress in the stands going, woo. Yeah.
I'd be
Yeah,
at Brucey
yeah.
in longest yard. Yeah, but I don't know. Ray Lewis, like he's had his thirst for blood quenched already. I think, DK Metcalf he wants his first kill. And just because he's nice doesn't mean he can't be and he can be a bit of a hothead on the sidelines, that DK. So I think, he's shown a passion. His body's better. He's also, like, we got to think about age.
Yeah.
He's-
Well,
like,
no,
he's-
this is in their. We're saying, just to be clear, we're talking about like in their peaks.
Yeah,
for all
don't,
these
don't
athletes.
do age.
Yeah,
here.
no,
Okay,
it's not,
sorry.
No, sorry. I should have clarified that earlier. We're doing peaks.
Still, he's more agile, DK Metcalf. I think a mallet is a lot more dangerous than a fucking frying pan, so I'm going with DK Metcalf.
Going with DK Metcalf, I think.
And I am more sexually attracted to him.
Also, yeah, big factor there. For my vote, I think I would also go DK Metcalf, but mostly because the speed I think is a big factor here. Like Ray Lewis is humongous, and in his prime, super strong. Obviously, he hits super hard. And the frying pan, if he clipped you with the fucking cast iron frying pan, you're gonna die. But DK is super fast and also super strong, so I'd go with DK Metcalf and his giant wooden mallet. Nick.
It's Ray Lewis. I saw this video last weekend of like Ocho Cinco trying to blindside him, and Ray Lewis didn't move. It's a pretty big guy, fast guy running full speed, and Ocho Cinco got hurt trying to blindside Ray Lewis. I think there's some recency bias going on with DK now being, huge and active, but Ray Lewis was a monster and has killed.
Yes. He did. I saw that clip you were talking about.
DK seems too kind. I think he would look up to the Caesar and hope for that thumbs up.
Yeah. You're like, can I have my Skittles,
Please.
Mr.
But yeah, he eats Skittles, wears a binky, and has a diamond stud nose ring.
Yeah, his meal is like gummies.
Yeah.
His dinner.
He has espressos and Skittles.
Okay.
Ray Lewis probably
Yeah.
like just only eats bone marrow.
He did illegal shit. He had deer antlers.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever
Yeah,
the
deer
fuck
antler
that-
spray,
That's
yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
He saw a deer and he's like, let's grind this up to a liquid and spray it on my
Yeah.
body.
It's like, Mr. Lewis, you have a collapse.
That'll make me
He's
stronger.
like, you have a collapsed lung. He's like, no, I got deer spray.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
remember.
Yeah, I never really
That'll
put
fix it.
much thought into that. He got like in trouble for that.
Yeah, I remember.
because I guess it worked.
What fucking what powers can
no one
deer
ever would
antlers
stop to
give
ask,
you?
what the fuck is deer antlers?
Yeah, I
spray?
never have stopped to think like what effect could that have on the human body.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, I did steroids, I did this, I did that, and then Ray Lewis did deer antler spray, like he was the shaman.
It's like one of the more natural things you could ever
Yeah.
do.
So, deer antler spray is a supplement made from the covering of immature deer antlers that contains insulin-like growth factor 1.
They were kid deers.
Wait, that's just creative. So deer they lose their antlers, but they have this like fur over top that's like velvety,
Yeah, I've seen that.
and I think that's what it was.
So it had like a growth hormone in
That
it.
is so badass.
Yeah, that's like what a gladiator would do.
Yeah.
Dude, they used to sell gladiator sweat as perfume in ancient Rome. Isn't
It's
that
probably pheromones.
Tommy
Yeah.
was bathing in that shit.
Oh yeah.
I would love that. I would buy D'Amico Ryan sweat.
There's like a pretty good chance in the offseason like he comes to the office for an interview.
I would
Not out of the ordinary.
love to sniff the chair he sits on.
All right.
KB.
I think DK might be a bigger beast on paper. Like I think his bench press, his speed obviously is better, but everything I hear about Ray Lewis, DK is a receiver.
Yeah, there it is.
But what is the weapon difference? So DK is going to have this large mallet.
Yeah, he'll have more reach for sure.
And what's the end of the mallet?
Like a
hammer,
wooden
like-
head of a
I
hammer.
don't know what a mallet is. Okay. I think if DK has that, he's going to win.
I think Ray Lewis is too fast. I think you could hit Ray Lewis in the head a few times with a mallet.
How would-
You'd only get more mad.
Okay.
DK,
Dude, a skillet hurts
stronger.
if you drop it on your finger from like an inch off the ground.
DK's a wide receiver. He cried
Oh,
when
you're-
Pete Carroll called to draft him. What took you so long? That's what he said.
Jesus.
What is the skillet?
That's metal. It's a
You're-
metal frying.
cast
It's a
iron.
frying pan.
You could
It's just
you
a
could swing it
wooden
faster.
versus a big fucking hammer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you. I
that's
thought
a
I was
really
fucking
good
going
point.
crazy.
Wood still hurts, dude.
I get it, but it's cast iron skillet. Like that is like it goes.
You
like-
think
have
a
to get
cast
really
iron
close to
skillet
you
would
and
hurt more than a
maybe-
fucking wooden hammer?
Yes, if you hit someone in the temple with a cast iron skillet, you are knocking them out and maybe killing them.
Yeah, but I think of the wooden hammer, if you
I-
get hit on the top of the head, your
Are you
skull
trolling
is
right
being-
now?
Wood is still very hard.
But you can't swing it as hard.
if it's long, it doesn't matter.
So DK has reach on him. He has height on him.
I think Ray Lewis is more.
I'm giving it to DK with the mallet.
I would take all of you with a metal skillet, and if you all had
based off the original Mario game, isn't the mallet used to kill DK?
yeah, and then we're doing Mario physics.
Yeah, I'm sending a picture of the giant wooden mallet, although in this case it's being held by a
you-
mouse, so it
can
doesn't
you-
seem
You
that
maybe need to
big.
send a picture of a giant wooden
Send a
mallet.
picture
That
of a
describes it
frying
perfectly.
pan to Rudy too. Can you remind Rudy what a frying pan looks like?
Here's a question: Are we if he can use it as Mario or Tom uses it,
Oh yeah.
then sure. If we're using
This-
those physics,
I gotta send the picture of. This is Tom after getting hit by the frying pan.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a frying pan.
Yeah, but that's him after getting hit by a frying pan and turning into a frying pan. That's just classic stuff.
DK is gonna spin it around like a helicopter propeller. And you said, what did you say about a frying pan? If you from an inch away, if it falls on
a
your
cast
finger,
iron skillet. If you dropped it
On
from
your
like an-
finger?
No, those are heavy as shit.
they're heavy.
They are.
as
They're
fuck.
very heavy.
I'm thinking. Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about like the Amazon Prime like Hexa things that weigh like 4 ounces.
But that's what this is that Tom has.
no. Now you're twisting it. That's not it. He
It
said
is.
was a
Look at the
skillet.
fucking thing he just sent.
That's
He
a
said it was
cast
a
iron.
skillet.
It's
Cast
the
iron.
frying pan. The wheel says
But
fucking
cast iron
frying pan.
versus, like, a
Nobody has
regular-
ever said cast iron skillet besides you.
No.
I definitely
Kenjac
said.
did.
I definitely
Well,
said
but whatever.
cast iron
That's
skillet.
not on the fucking wheel.
So it does make a difference, but the frying pan's
All right,
lighter.
let's give him the cast iron.
Let's give him okay, cast iron it is.
I think it'd be a good fight.
Yeah.
It would be a good
It
fight.
would be a great fight.
I think Ray
what
Lewis
I've
is
been
just a
picturing in my
harder-
head is the one Kenjac sent in this second gift. This regular size frying pan you get on Amazon for like $13.
Oh, that's convenient.
Well, that's
Kenjac
the
didn't
fucking
send
thing
one.
from the show.
That's not. That's his
The
head.
wheel says the frying pan from Tom and Jerry. That's the frying pan.
Yeah, but all we have a picture of is his head after being hit.
No,
by
the
it.
Yeah, and the
second
frying
one.
pan is just laying on a mouse, and the mouse seems pretty fine.
Oh, that one. Okay, hold on.
I mean most of
Still.
these
From makeagift.com.
I see it. Listen, who'd you?
What a sight.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm changing my vote to Ray Lewis with the cast iron skillet.
Okay.
Okay.
So that means we are 2-2 right now.
Knees.
I'm going to pick Ray Lewis simply because of the intro.
Yeah, walking out.
That is
Oh,
a good point.
He basically did Gladiator style intro. They used to bring in when they switched to turf in Baltimore. They used to bring in grass for him to pick up and rub in his mouth.
yeah.
Imagine him.
That's so. That's sick.
Oh,
Imagine
fuck,
him
I'm
in the
switching my vote.
Coliseum. The pop he would get. It would be insane. Also,
Do you think Ray Lewis has ever said "ouch"? Is there any?
No.
No, definitely not now.
Not an hour.
Oh, come on.
Close.
Did Ray Lewis have a welcome to the league moment?
Ray, what's your welcome to the league?
Yeah.
Didn't have one. That would be sick.
And I think that Ray Lewis is the type of guy, like, he's on the panel. I look at him in the back of his head. He's like, man, I wish I'm due for another body. Like, I think he thinks about that.
Yeah.
He's thinking about his next
think-
one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has a taste for it. It's Ray Lewis.
He was in a limousine and thought about violence.
Really?
That's where it happened.
Do you remember his
way.
excuse?
I don't know anything about it.
His excuse was like, because they went to a club, right? And his whole excuse
Yeah.
was like, "There's no way I could have killed that guy. I was wearing my nicest coat."
Yeah.
He's like, no way I would have murdered a man to death. I was wearing my favorite
That's
coat.
like what like a gangster would have said in the 20s.
I actually don't. I don't know.
You think I'd kill a man in this coat?
I think
Yeah.
it happened the week of the Super Bowl.
It was right after. I think it was like after they won.
Yeah.
Right after that.
And
I
his
think.
defense was like, no, I didn't kill that guy. My friends did.
Ray Lewis would be an excellent gladiator. Like his mindset is still all his kids are named Ray.
Wait, he did
Ray
like the
Lewis
George
III,
Foreman?
Raylan, Rayshad, Rayshawn.
That's really.
That's some.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's how they did it. Maximus the second.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Maximus
like
the
that's
third,
like George Foreman.
Maximo.
I think all of George Foreman's kids are named also George or Georgina, right?
Yeah.
So either way,
Go
Ray
Ray
Lewis
Lewis.
is going to move on. Now we have the 9 seed versus the 8 seed. The 9 seed is at 7'1", 325. Shaquille O'Neal. Again, we're talking in their primes, not now. So we're saying like probably like Lakers, Shaquille O'Neal.
Break the backboard.
Yeah,
O'Neal.
like destroying backboards. Yeah, in the Lakers. Let's say early Lakers tenure, and that's going up as number 8 seed, standing at 6'6", 265. Rob Gronkowski, another very widely submitted one.
That's a good one.
So he has the mindset that Nick Bosa's dumb. Rob Gronkowski is like violent dumb.
Yes.
yeah.
He would laugh.
Yeah.
He would like have you pinned and start tickling you.
Yeah. It would be bad.
It'd be really bad. So Shaq, again, massive, huge, not maybe as quick in his feet, but Gronk also big, not as tall,
In his
but
prime, he was.
yeah. So Shaq versus Gronk, we can do our wheel for weapons. I'm very curious to see.
I almost wonder if Shaq's too big to be a gladiator.
You think so?
He's like,
He was much more nimble back then, though.
was he?
He was.
Yeah, he was. I mean, compared to now he's like a mastodon. He's like a species of animal that has been previously forgotten.
He did do
yeah,
Shaq versus, great TV show.
Was it?
It was watchable.
Let's see if I can get this.
From great to watchable.
Yeah, that was one.
Was it?
Big downgrade.
Have a backbone for
in
once.
the slight.
Watched it a lot when I had my tonsils out one summer. I binged Shaq
What
versus.
a great TV show. Was it?
It was
passable.
watchable.
I mean, isn't that all it takes to be a great TV show?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so
That's
now.
the one thing I want my TV shows to be is watchable.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do Shaq first. What weapon will Shaq get? Let's see. Shaq gets
Uh-oh.
no weapon.
Oh, no, he's
that's
gonna get a bow staff.
Wait.
Maybe.
no weapon.
weapon.
No weapon for Shaquille O'Neal. That's bad news. But he is massive. Let's just help him. Okay, so Rob Gronkowski, what weapon will you get? Oh, it's huge.
Over.
Oh, yeah.
Over. That's
Baseball
scary.
bat. Oh, Rob Gronkowski with a baseball bat versus.
Before we get into this, is there any footage of like of Shaquille O'Neal like exacting like strength or power or combat on anyone?
Every single dunk was
Like real like
emasculated.
combat off the court.
He fought
fought
I
Charles
think
Barkley.
he fought Oscar De La Hoya or something.
in a boxing match.
In Shaq versus, I believe there was a De La Hoya episode. I don't know if he like.
That sounds like something I would be able to watch.
There's that one. There was that.
I gotta tune in. I think I could watch that.
There was the one where he did the dunk and then landed like right in front of whoever the center was and pushed him
pushed him over and then like laughed at him.
back
Yeah.
like it was
I believe his
Matrix.
power.
I think he might just be too big.
Yeah.
It might be a downfall there.
I've always wanted to see Shaq use a pencil.
Good call.
Oh,
Shaq
wow, I
did
couldn't
fight.
even imagine.
Yeah, he did.
Shaq did fight Oscar De La Hoya.
I mean, I know my Shaq versus.
Yeah. And he also fought people in the NBA plenty of times. Fought, like I said before, Charles Barkley. I think he fought Dennis Rodman, a couple other people. He's huge. Just fucking
Rodman
massive.
would have been a good add to this list.
Yeah, could end up here eventually. You never know.
Okay.
So Shaquille O'Neal with no weapon versus Rob Gronkowski with a baseball bat. Rudy.
My worry is sort of a Mountain and the Viper situation where Rob is dancing around him, just spanking him with.
But calling Rob a viper, he's still enormous.
I get it, but my worry is that if Shaq gets his hands on him, he has huge hands and just might pop him. You know what I mean? Just literally just squeeze him to death. Having said that, though, weirdly, in the Tyson versus Jake Paul fight, during the interview, they did their interview together.
Yeah.
He said, "Gronk, stand up." And then Gronk stood up and he was at his nipple.
Gronk and Shaq are the same dude.
Yeah?
They are
Yes.
both. They both like
Elaborate on
electronic.
that a
They
little
both
bit.
like
They're both
electronic.
Cripplingly addicted to the limelight.
That is true.
Their kryptonite is any ad deal.
Yes.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
They're charming.
Right.
Like,
we could make
They're
up.
probably equal on like athletic success.
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. Do they
Shaq's
both
probably-
represent?
I think Gronk has as many
Shaq's
rings.
more decorated. Shaq's
Wait, is
maybe not.
Gronk is arguably the best tight end of all time.
Yeah, that's true.
Is
But
Shaq-
Shaq's arguably, well,
His wilt is better.
I mean, we say that.
Yeah, and I would
What
agree.
the
with you.
fuck
I would
do we
agree.
know?
Because,
Well, yeah,
Actually,
what are we
Will
saying there?
Chamberlain's better than Shaq. I never seen
It's just a
him play.
numbers thing, but yeah, I would agree with you. Like Shaq's the best of our lifetime, no question. So
people. I mean, I'm not a basketball guy. But people say Jokic is better in some ways.
I mean, they're just different
different.
players.
again, in
Yeah.
like 10 years, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. What are you thinking, Rudy?
I mean, just the no weapon Shaq just lumbering around and Gronk with a baseball bat. He seems like a Batman villain with that. He'd be like a super masculine version of Harley Quinn. I gotta go Gronk because he's got the baseball bat.
Gronk with the baseball bat. Do you think that Shaq could stop the bat and then take it from Gronk, though?
That's what I was worried.
Yeah, see, he's almost too big to hit.
I think he's too slow.
but he's so big, he'd hit him and he'd be like, he wouldn't even know. Like he wouldn't
He's
even
too big to hit?
Hitting his head would be hard. Like hitting the
I
good
think
parts.
Gronk would just run at him, hit him in like the shin or something, and Shaq would be like, "Ow,
We're
that
comparing a
fucking
football
hurts."
player to a basketball player too.
Yeah, yeah, but the least basketball player of like basketball players in terms of like.
Yeah, he's tall and black.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, and how he like.
Yeah, he's not very basketball.
No, but
player.
Pritchard is what I think of when
I think basketball.
You'd get the ball and just dunk it. You'd get the ball
Yeah.
and dunk it. Like he wasn't going between.
No,
the
you're
legs.
right.
Yeah,
He
Yeah,
didn't
that's
have
not
the
a part of
finesse.
basketball.
No,
Dunking.
no.
The dunks. You backed yourself into a corner. I understand what you're saying, but I'm not letting this shit slide.
Yeah, he's just
you
a
know.
tall black man who dunks it all the time.
Nothing basketball about it. So one for Gronkowski, KB.
Yeah, I gotta go Gronk, but I'm thinking like that Shaq could handle a few hits, a few swings of the baseball bat. He might be able to get it out of Gronk's hands. In that case, I think he'd be better with the baseball bat.
Do you think he's stronger than Gronk?
No,
Right.
but more. I think he's more powerful.
He might be stronger, dude.
He's outweighs him by
so
like
big.
60 pounds.
Can
I've
you
never seen, like,
clarify the difference
lively-
between strength and power in your mind?
And who do you think could harness rage more? This is a fight to the death.
Strength. So I think maybe Gronkowski could bench press more, but Shaq could produce more power. I think power is measurable, correct?
I don't know. I think
Torque.
in ohms, perhaps.
Okay, so he can produce more torque.
So you're gonna stick with Gronk.
I'm
Nick.
going with Gronk with the bat. Go for his knees.
Nick.
I'm going Gronk, just football versus basketball. He's used to the contact, and I think he's significantly dumber to where this would be fun for him. There would be no nerves. He's almost born for it.
Yeah, I think I would go with Gronk as well. I think like in that same vein you're talking about, like you'd be like beating on Gronk, and Gronk would be like his face is bloody and mangled, and he's just laughing. He's just laughing his ass off as he's getting fucked up. Like he's like Ramsey Bolton in Battle of the Bastards, like just getting fucked up, doesn't give a shit.
Right.
So I'd go with Gronk.
Yeah, it's
Tommy.
Gronk easy. I think even if I mean, first of all, he is a baseball bat, and Shaq has nothing, which is a big thing. But even without that, I think Shaq is like prototypical Gladiator.
Yeah. So now we can do our Cheah-in
Or
Game.
Gronk is, sorry.
So now we can do our Cheah-in Game.
Make
as
no
Gronk was
mistake,
on.
Gronk would beat Shaq in a fight, I think.
That too, you think? Yeah, like a bare knuckle brawl. Yeah.
Yes.
So our Cheah-in Game, we're going to say that all of these, because they're not going to get a weapon unless they advance. We're going to say it's more of a bare-fisted brawl to come out of this Cheah-in Game. So in
They're
this,
the prelims.
yeah,
Is
And
this a
then they get a
battle
weapon?
royale
and then they get a
amongst all of
weapon.
them?
Okay.
Good, because that's how they start.
Yeah, I think there should be a battle royale.
Yeah.
amongst
Yeah,
all of
yeah,
them.
they're all in the same little arena. Yeah. So the first is at 6'5", 207, Usain Bolt. Just one of the fastest guys. He's also ripped. Like he's huge and
He's
tall.
huge. It would be awesome to see. I think speed wise,
Yeah. How big is the ring?
pretty big.
Yeah, I think it needs to be pretty big for this many people. Yeah.
Okay.
What's the Coliseum?
I don't know. It feels like it's like
Coliseum
50
size.
yards, like 50 square yards maybe.
Okay.
Let's
If
say.
it was open season and he could run wherever, that would
it's good
maybe
for him.
help, but not in a enclosed area.
Yeah. Steven Adams at 6'11", 250. Just a giant Polynesian man, not something you want to go up against in any. And he's also like.
He's kind of an enforcer. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's intimidating.
Bill Romanowski at 6'4", 245. He was a frightening human being. And he also, I believe, blinded one of his own teammates, like shattered his orbital bone and just destroyed his eye in practice because he like
Love
wronged him.
steroids.
Yeah.
Was he a football player?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mean.
Big time
Overrated.
football player. And then we have Yao Ming at 7'6", 311. I think he's too lumbering, but I guess it just kind of depends. And bare knuckle
Yao Ming
brawl.
got beat by the gravity of the earth.
It did wear down on his knees.
Yao Ming's always been funny to me. Wasn't he like? Didn't the Chinese government like make his parents have sex? They
think
were
so,
like,
yeah.
We want to create like a Chinese
Oh,
super
is that how he
soldier.
became?
Yeah.
And then he was just like, actually, I'm gonna go play basketball in
Yeah.
America. What a backfire on the Chinese government.
Anthony Amirati, the French pole vaulter with the giant cock that just got rid of his own pole in the Olympics. He is a solid.
Yeah, his big French dick knocked off the pole.
He's 5'11", 190. 10 pounds of those are his dick and balls. Then we have Tim Tebow, while he was still a virgin,
Yeah,
specifically.
he doesn't want to die.
Yeah.
without having sex.
Yep, Tim Tebow in
Oh,
college, still
yeah.
a virgin.
That was a lie,
Yeah.
dude.
Was it a lie?
Had to be.
No, I
There were
believe him.
pictures of him with Lucy Pinder. If you guys remember Lucy Pinder, Tommy.
Do you think him being a
I know
virgin
the
was
name.
a lie?
No way. He was in
Because there were pictures?
the Caribbean in the ocean with Lucy Pinder. There's
He was
no
in the ocean with her.
galaxy
So
where you
he's
don't have
not
sex.
married now, right?
I think he
Yeah.
is.
Oh, he is.
I thought he was. Am I crazy?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I haven't kept up on Tebow. And then our last option is a Korean esports player controlling prime Giancarlo Stanton with mechanical keyboard and mouse. So they are combined height of 11'6", 345 pounds. So again, think
Oh,
about
yeah,
this.
he's got a
So
way.
this one, I submitted this one. Spoiler. I think he has a microchip in his brain where a Korean esports athlete's controlling his body.
That's the winner.
That is
The most dangerous thing of all.
yeah, that is the apex predator. That is the most dangerous thing I've ever heard of. Oh my god.
Yeah. And like the Korean gets to look at Giancarlo in a third person view.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. No question. Like it's not POV.
He's at a
Wait,
computer.
Yeah.
He's
So
playing mouse
wait,
and
why
key-
is he
oh, it's
11
over.
feet?
It's their combined height
Oh, you don't
of the
have to combine the
esports
height.
player and.
Oh, he said
Giancarlo.
no.
They're not melded into one man.
No, I'm
It's-
just saying
it's
they're
a brain chip.
They're a team here. You know what I mean?
Okay,
It's
okay.
Yeah, but
combined
isn't
in
it
a unit.
it's just Giancarlo Stanton's body controlled by a
let's not
Korean?
get hung up on this completely fake thing.
Yeah.
I need to know if he's 6 feet or 11 feet.
It's his regular height, which is 6'6".
It's John Carlos.
He's like Giancarlo, I believe, is 6'6",
it's
like
my
250.
goop.
So,
Yeah.
roughly.
That was a ton of goop.
I didn't know how
that
to-
was a
I didn't know.
whole thread of yarn. That's not goop.
I didn't know how
you have a-
to tell
You think this is the goop? Like,
Did you just
It
have a
was
piece of
next to your
twine come out of your eyeball?
It was next to your eye. I didn't know how to
dude.
say it.
phantom thread just
No, that
covered
was,
on my hand. It's not eye goop.
it was goop, dude.
That's a
It
thread.
had all the evidence.
That
I'm
thread
holding
come
it.
out of your eyeball.
That was gross.
It had all the evidence of goop.
This is
That's string that came out of your eye.
It doesn't seem goop-like, but it
not-
was.
it-
It was
you
in the goop
well,
location.
you know it's not.
Did your body create it, or was that a foreign
think- I
substance?
think-
I don't think he
did
created
create
a
it.
thread, right?
I didn't really know how to say it.
Yeah, it's like silk or something.
It's not, you're not a spider.
No, he created silk.
You're not.
Interesting.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, boys.
That's gross. Okay, so here are the options again. Usain Bolt, Steven Adams, Bill Romanowski, Yao Ming, the French pole vaulter, Tim Tebow, or the Korean esports player controlling prime Giancarlo Stanton. Tommy.
So here's my issue with the Giancarlo Stanton one is that, as all Yankee fans know, he literally cannot run. He literally is incapable of running.
Oh, that's the dude who was rounding.
This is
Yeah.
all prime.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
I
it's a
don't know if he's
coordination
ever been
thing.
able to run.
But if a Korean is controlling his movements,
He would pull a hamstring within 5 to 10 seconds. That's my concern with Giancarlo. As crazy as this sounds, and I poo-pooed it at first, but I think Usain Bolt in this type of scenario where a lot of people are just going to be running around, he can sort of wait it out, run around the ring. It's going to be hard to touch him. And then he is still a mountain of a man. I think you'll have a lot of people tired out. He's got good stamina.
Disagree.
He's fast as fuck.
I think he's first to go.
He's 6'5", man.
He can just run straight.
I'm sure he's
He would
capable
tire
of
out
running.
first.
But you wouldn't be
What
able
was
to
his
catch
game
him.
plan? How would he kill?
He would let them all kill. It would be like my Fortnite strategy. You let everybody kill each other, and then you hide in a bush, and you wait, and you kill.
But what's the
But
longest?
how would he ever kill?
Yeah.
I mean, he's still a athletic, handsome
Insanely
man.
athletic dude.
what's
yeah.
the longest we've seen Usain Bolt run?
I think those dudes only run for like
100 yard or whatever
Yeah.
meters.
1 to whatever they're
200 meters.
Something tells me he can
how
run
fast
longer.
he can move his legs and body. You'd think his reflexes.
He
are
did
insane.
try out for a professional soccer team and almost made it.
Really? Yeah. Naturally.
Yeah, so he's athletic. I'm taking Usain Bolt. Called an outside the park pick of the bracket.
I would do among these options. I'll stick with the Korean esports controller thing. That's just a pure quick twitch thing. I agree with Tommy's assessment where like there is a worry he can't handle how quickly the Korean esports guys.
The Korean
brain
would
works.
force movements out of him that he's not capable
Muscles
of.
he does not know how to use anymore.
Yeah.
That is my ultimate fear. But if we're just talking like they're sitting there in a stand-up fight, bare knuckle brawl, he's controlling every movement of Giancarlo Stanton. I don't think there's anything I would take over that. So I would do the Korean esports gamer, Nick.
Yeah. You got to just to see how he'd fare.
Just
Like also, if Giancarlo dies, he dies, so the pressure is a little bit higher.
yeah, it's like the video game Gamer. You ever play that where they control or watch that with Gerard Butler, where like the kid is controlling through a video game.
Is it a kid controlling like a marine?
Yeah, it's a kid controlling, I believe, a death row inmate, and they all brawl. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool as fuck.
Yeah. So 2 for the Korean esports gamer, KB.
Yeah, I mean, he has the size, and he can't. His limitations won't be affected by it. The gamer controlling him will make him a champion.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna win, but Rudy.
My only question would have been, can Giancarlo not run, or does he not want to run?
Ooh.
If he had to, he could sprint, but he would pull a hamstring
In the
almost
that
immediately.
was the most you need to sprint moment of his life.
Yeah, and he couldn't.
He couldn't do it.
So Giancarlo's issue, he's literally too muscular. Like he has no fat on his body, so his muscles just rub up against each other, and he just like
That makes no sense.
it's like it's a thing. His
Is
muscles.
that why you haven't? Yeah, that's why
That's
we're
why
not
I've been
getting
putting
that
on the
like
weight.
that.
Yeah.
so I don't pull a hamstring.
Yeah.
So that means Giancarlo Stanton being controlled by the Korean esports gamer is going to move on against our number one seed. Our number one seed, by far the most
The
submitted
weapon
one.
is huge for this.
Yeah,
time.
it's James Harrison, legendary Pittsburgh Steelers
fuck.
linebacker. One
Yeah.
massive,
Oh, boy.
so fucking scary. Like just one of the most like I don't know how to.
He's the one seed.
He's our number one seed, James
Has
Harrison.
he? I
He's
don't
a
know if
good one.
ever
I'm just
done
surprised
anything
he was
nice.
most submitted.
No.
I don't think he's ever
No.
done anything nice.
When I watch videos of him working out, and he's the first person I see get angry at the weights.
Yeah.
For not being heavy enough.
Like Hard Knocks, he was pissed. He was just slammed the camera. Scary guy.
Yeah, very frightening. So James
The
Harrison.
name of a president, which is funny. Like that doesn't fit him.
Oh, that's James Harrison.
No, wait.
William Henry Harrison.
William.
Is that his?
No,
Is that the
William
president?
William,
No,
Henry,
Henry.
Harrison.
Might as well be.
Yeah.
So we'll do James Harrison first. What weapon does James Harrison get?
God, do not
it is
give him the
humongous here.
crowbar.
Crowbar with James Harrison's over. Spear, I don't know if he could wield it so much
Spear.
too.
That might slow him. Yeah.
I just think dexterity wise.
Yeah,
That's more of a skill thing.
This is
Yeah.
Harrison or Giancarlo?
That was James Harrison. So now
When I
what?
see old footage of people using a spear, I'm always like, could they really?
Spears are essentially baton twirlers.
Like
And they're
they
built
threw
like
it. They threw it like it was
Well, that's a javelin.
javelin.
like a Nerf ball. Like the
I
accuracy.
think it was sick.
You ever see people spear fish?
Yeah.
It doesn't look real,
Yeah, sick.
Okay,
but
so
they're not like beasts themselves.
No.
When I
like,
think
wait,
spear,
they're
I
just
think
sitting
Tarzan,
still.
personally.
Right.
it is like the most basic weapon. Like every ancient civilization used a spear. Little phalanx, James Harrison. Giancarlo, what weapon do you get?
This is
Besides
huge
a
for him.
Korean.
Yeah, besides the Korean esports controller.
Oh,
Crowbar.
Oh,
Oof.
Wow.
So he can swing that like a bat. Those are
Yes.
sharp at the end.
Yeah.
So and like, there's a Korean kid like pressing X, Y, and B to
Jump.
to
move.
lethal,
make
Yes.
him
to lethal effect.
Correct.
no brainer.
Uh-huh.
Correct. All right, so Rudy, you're up first. James Harrison with a spear versus Giancarlo Stanton with a crowbar being controlled by a Korean esports gamer.
Now here's the thing. I think I don't know what is James Harrison walking in and he's just like, here's a spear. Obviously, he hasn't trained with a spear.
I think you don't get to
Yeah,
train
I
with the
think-
weapons.
Yeah, no training.
No training.
Then
Okay.
it's the Korean.
Yeah.
It's just with that crowbar, very much like a bat. He might vaporize poor James's head. Like the crowbar was such an important pull for Giancarlo. In any other universe, I would have picked James Harrison, but a Korean. With Giancarlo Stanton
And then
and
like,
crowbar,
Giancarlo Stanton becomes a video game
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
Like out of like it almost.
it's just a vessel.
Yeah.
Those muscles with that mind.
Yeah.
I think a spear is more technique, accuracy. I think James Harrison with a crowbar would beat any controlled Giancarlo.
Yeah.
The weapon was
slide
huge
out.
here.
The weapon came down to
It comes down to that one first throw.
I'm gonna go Stanton.
2 for Stanton. Nick?
Got to go Stanton here. Got to go Stanton in the Korean.
Yeah.
Are the Koreans the best at esports?
Yes.
Yes.
They are. Are they?
Yes.
No question.
They're better than the Japanese.
I think.
Oh yeah, they don't fuck with like esports like that. They play like
Japanese are good at
JRPGs.
pinball.
Japanese will find something and
Yeah, like-
they'll just make it. They'll hornify it.
They'll
Yes.
or the Japanese will invent something and just become impossibly good at it.
Yes.
I'd go with Giancarlo as well, Tommy.
Yeah, I think James Harrison would try to use the spear a couple times, but the Korean would have Giancarlo do the straight up vertical jump in the air where he just like jumps over the spear coming at him. That would frustrate James Harrison. He'd probably throw it to the side, and then it's
Yeah.
and then it's time for
Yeah,
the
he'd rage
Korean
out.
to feast.
Yep.
So I'm going
the
with that.
Koreans. You don't know. Like you'll if you watch like pro Apex Legends players, you'll be like, oh, this dude's pretty good. It's like a kid from California, and then they go up against the Koreans, and it's just a shock and awe campaign.
Like the Koreans will burn through like one keyboard a match. They're just ripping it. I said mechanical keyboard and a Razer mouse. As
You
well.
did note. You did note, which is humongous in this regard. So now we have on the other side our 11 seed versus our 6 seed.
with red switches, so a little.
Oh, that's the newest innovation of.
Yeah.
Mechanical keyboards like the old keyboards.
I was gonna say, so will that slow him down or
No, they.
If it's a nano mouse, the ones that weigh like 1 gram, I mean it's curtains.
So now we have the 11 seed versus the 6 seed. The 11 seed is at 6'9", 250. LeBron James, another heavily submitted one of the most athletic
I
humans.
think he would be good at anything at any era.
Could not agree more.
The great Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, Kyle.
Also, dude,
That's my
what's the
favorite
number one
LeBron clip
drink?
of all time. Have you guys seen that?
No, I love tight ends.
He's like
tight end
talking
video?
about how much he loves tight ends, and he's clearly reading off a list of NFL
yeah.
tight ends. And
He
he just
said the
goes,
great Kyle
and
Pitts.
he goes, the great Kyle Pitts. The way he says it, I'm gonna send it in the chat.
No, somebody found the exact blog.
The,
he
yeah,
was
the
reading.
exact list that he was reading
He's
off.
doing that in that
But
order.
the way he says Kyle Pitts is just implanted in my brain for some reason.
Dude, he's one of the all-time great
And then
liars.
he ends with,
Kyle Pitts has had like 4.
Wait,
wait, hold on.
decent
Do you want me to
games.
just play it in?
Happy tight end day.
Just play it.
Yes, sir. Shout out all my tight ends out there, man. Beautiful thing, Travis Kelce, George Kittle, TJ Hawkinson. That's just to name a few.
That's where Pat Fryermuth came up.
Andrews.
Because he couldn't say it.
Stud. Just to name a few. Dawson Knox. I can keep going on and on about some of the great Kyle Pitts.
It's the great.
the great Kyle Pitts. Holy shit.
That's
And
just to name a few.
he could go on and on.
Name a few. It's
better
so
than
funny.
I could
That's
go
better
on.
than Ain't That Our Ball?
It could go on and on and on. And
That's so good.
LeBron James is going up against the number 6 seed at 6'1".
Also, Dawson Knox fucking sucks.
Yeah, it was not good last year. They drafted a tight end to replace him.
Yeah.
So 6 seed at 6'1", 284. Aaron Donald, just an absolute tank.
One of my favorite players of all time, and he went to Pitt, which says a lot.
And
He's from Pittsburgh. I think.
Yeah.
I was trying to look up the things that some of these players do in the offseason. He trained in Krav Maga knife fighting because it helped with his hand speed when trying to get off the line.
And he has the strongman look that's not gets the woman's gaze. It's
the male.
Yeah.
Primitive, strong.
Yeah.
He's a man's
He bench
man.
press 500 pounds, I'm pretty sure.
That's I think he was on PMT and said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on PMT with DK.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was 500.
500 pounds.
So I think it's also going to be
But he can
important
also
here.
move.
That's more than everyone in this room.
Why would you ever want to do that? And no, it's not. There's 5 of us.
It isn't.
They're saying more than all of us in this room could bench combined, which also still might
that's
not
true.
Yeah.
That's true, but I was saying the wrong one.
Yeah. Okay, so what weapon will LeBron James get?
If Aaron Donald gets a mace,
Yeah, that'd be curtains. Beyond curtains.
but LeBron does.
Oh,
my
LeBron gets the mace. So LeBron James with a
Aaron
mace.
Donald would eliminate LeBron.
I don't know, dude.
Yes.
Eliminate any.
I think he'd liquefy
semblance.
him.
Liquefy him.
Yeah.
But dude, in Coliseum era, the number one drink is wine.
Oh my
Wrong.
God, Aaron Donald
Steel
with the
chair.
steel chair. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
But now that I can't picture LeBron getting decimated, I just can't picture it.
So we are at, right now, LeBron James with a mace.
Wait, we're saying a mace
No, not the pussy mace.
No, give him
real mace.
that mace.
Like,
That
wait,
would be
what
more
the fuck?
Give him pepper spray.
imagine like a pipe with a ball at the end of it that is covered in spikes.
Oh my
No,
god.
Yeah.
Well, that's incredibly dangerous. I was thinking it was
Sometimes
like
there's
the
a
thing
chain.
girls use.
Well, that's a flail, I believe.
Is that a
with
flail?
the chain?
My goodness.
Or like
Yeah.
Depends.
Yeah.
I've seen both.
Yeah.
Were we doing the one with the chain or not?
Chain, I
Morning
think
Star
LeBron would end
also.
up hurting himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, Morning Star is what I think also what they call that with the chain on it and the flings
Yeah.
around. Yeah.
What a cool name that is.
Very cool. Okay, so LeBron James with the mace versus Aaron Donald with the steel chair. Tommy Smokes.
I was picturing like Aaron Donald running with the steel chair and LeBron like pepper spraying him in the face.
Get away!
Ew, ew.
I mean, you'd be fucked, dude.
Yeah, this is hard. I mean, what hand-on-hand combat? I'd take Aaron. But I don't know. LeBron is such a fucking freak. Does the mace have the chain? What did we decide?
It does not have a chain. I'm thinking like it's
Steel chair acts as a good shield for a mace. That's
It's
a good
true.
weapon.
It's true.
Exactly.
I think I'm gonna go with Aaron Donald because of the knife training. Knowing that LeBron's not doing knife training in the offseason. No chance.
too busy reading The Godfather.
Yeah, he's a warrior. So I'm going with Aaron Donald.
One for Aaron Donald. Yeah, I'm picking Aaron Donald over almost anything in here. And steel chair, I think, is a good combo offense and defense weapon. So I like Aaron Donald here. Nick.
Aaron Donald kind of ruined the defensive end position for other defensive ends. Because, he just inflated those stats so much, getting, fucking 13 sacks a season. That just doesn't really happen. He's one of my favorite athletes of all time. I could wax poetic about Aaron
I didn't
Donald.
know that.
Yeah, I love Aaron
I
Donald.
believe it was actually a defensive tackle.
Was he?
It was a
Okay.
3-tech.
It's
I
shit.
was going to say that the other day. I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
what that means.
I don't know shit.
I thought he was a defensive end.
I
Too.
did, yeah.
No,
I might
he was
be
right
wrong.
there.
Defensive tackle. No, defensive tackle. So you ruined that.
He was
Yeah.
dead center.
You assume he's a defensive end with
Yeah.
the
I think
stats.
what-
I even fucked
Oh.
up there.
Yeah.
But what you're saying, he ruined the defensive tackle position because he got numbered that a defensive end would.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Oops.
you're going with Aaron Donald as well?
Love watching him. Yeah.
Yep. 3 for Aaron Donald's going to win, but KB?
Yeah, he's such a better combatant than LeBron James.
I want to look at him shirtless.
Oh, I sent a picture in the chat. He is
fuck yeah.
humongous.
He's
Rudy.
6 feet wide.
The crazy thing is that I just looked it up. So LeBron is 6'9", and Aaron Donald's only a puny 6'1". But Aaron Donald weighs 285 pounds, and LeBron weighs 250 pounds.
Oh my god.
And that's all strength too. It's not like he's
LeBron's got to
Oh,
weigh
no.
more than 250. He's got to be fudging the
Yeah.
numbers there.
yeah, he has to.
He's got to be like
LeBron
2.
has to be like 280.
Yeah, I was going to say 275.
He's not thin at all.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Wait.
LeBron, it doesn't matter, but I'll make the argument for LeBron, I suppose. he is the greatest athlete. Like Aaron Donald,
Right.
is just a humongous like muscly freak. Whereas like LeBron is so agile and so
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Right, but
and so
Yeah.
big. And he also like the chair is a good defense mechanism, but LeBron has a weapon with spikes on
Yeah.
it.
But I just don't think it would hurt Aaron Donald.
I don't think LeBron also has that killer. Like I could see him being like, I can't do this in front of my kids, and like bowing out of the fight or something like that.
No, he wouldn't do it. He would say it's for that, but he would just not want to.
Yeah, yeah, he would just be
in
scared.
front of people. Yeah.
Yeah.
LeBron has like a spike ball
Yeah.
Yeah.
that you can like wave around, and
Yeah.
Aaron Donald just has a chair.
Steel chair from WWE
I'm
style.
going LeBron.
Yeah, when you put it like that,
That's an extreme advantage.
So you're gonna switch to LeBron?
What would Aaron Donald do?
You use it as like a shield, basically. You could stop the mace.
Yeah, but how would he attack?
You
you
smack him with
disarm
the
him.
steel chair. Like,
He's got to go ground and pound.
But that's okay.
I
I'm
also,
going LeBron.
yeah.
I think I'm gonna switch too. I think when you really put it like that, a metal spike wand versus a chair,
Yeah.
and
You
LeBron
need
is
one good hit.
LeBron is so athletic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
LeBron
I'm
is.
LeBron.
If this was a competition of like who could play every single sport like better, it would be LeBron, no question. I think in this specific thing, a combat, pure
But
human
no, if it
combat.
was actual combat, Aaron Donald is so superior to LeBron James.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
the avenues of victory are so
But
much
this,
more. for
yeah,
LeBron
he has a
than
better
Aaron
one.
Yeah,
He has a weapon.
torn.
It's like a
Aaron
spike.
Donald would have to just bull rush him, hope he gets him on the ground, and then suffocate him.
One deflection, get close.
Which could happen.
But this means we're 2-2 right
play.
now. Rudy's gonna have to tie break.
Oh, I honestly, earnestly think LeBron would beat him with the spikes.
That means that Aaron Donald is gonna lose. LeBron James with
Jesus
the mace is
Christ.
gonna move on.
Suck it.
LeBron.
My favorite athlete.
No, I actually don't really like Aaron Donald that much. I thought it'd be fun.
Oh, that's,
Take on
that's
that for stuff.
convenient.
I thought it'd be fun to be a big Aaron Donald fan.
Yeah, just for this. So now we have the 3 seed versus the 14 seed. The 3 seed.
Picture you in the stands, being everyone's like booing you because you have like a foam finger and like a go air.
I actually don't even like him.
Yeah, you're like, I just thought it'd be fun.
Not
I don't
even a
know,
big
I just thought it'd
fan.
be fun for you.
I was trolling you guys.
That was fucked up. I almost believed you liked Aaron Donald a lot.
So now we have the 3 seed versus the 14 seed. The 3 seed at 6'9", 256. I think Rudy will probably enjoy this pick. Zdeno Chara. He is a massive, humongous
Hockey player?
He's a
Yeah.
hockey player.
Slovakian.
Big Slovakian guy. He's played in the league for feels like what? He played for what? 20 years. It felt like forever.
The tribe, man.
Yeah.
Slovaks rise up.
Slovaks. He's massive. He's the son of a Slovakian Olympic wrestler. He wrestled in his youth. And somebody told me that he was also has multiple black belts. I couldn't find confirmation of that, but they said he also does martial arts too. So just something to throw out there.
Wow.
He loved towards the later end of his career. He loved doing yoga and stretching. That's how he achieved longevity despite being the size of a fucking tree.
And he's going up against at 6'7", 282, Aaron Judge, another Yankee making it on the list. He is, again, just a massive, huge being. He might be too kind.
Yeah.
in
Hope
the
it's
same-
not a playoff gladiator match. Am I right?
if he gets past this round. So Zdeno Chara versus Aaron Judge. Rudy, you're up first.
Wait, what are the weapons?
So,
Oh, yeah, shoot. I almost forgot about the weapons. That is
fuck,
tremendous
yeah,
here.
weapons.
That is like a very massive part here. And again, let's see. Sure.
Aaron Judge is also like weight room strong too, right?
He's
yeah,
very
I
Yeah.
think so.
Okay, so we'll start out with Chara. What weapon does Chara have?
Nunchucks.
He gets
Please
the
God, no.
Nunchucks.
Please God, no. Please God, no. Please God,
He'd
no.
he'd have no idea what to do with
No.
nunchucks.
No one does.
No.
The Japanese.
That's not a good weapon.
No. I mean, if Yao
can
maybe had
suffocate.
these, might be different. But so now we have.
Oh yeah.
What weapon does Judge get?
You can strangle someone with him. What the fuck is
Oh,
a
the
Kubaton?
Kubaton.
The fuck is a Kubaton?
The dumbest
What's that?
self-defense weapon of all time. And
I don't know what a Kubaton is.
You don't.
I'll send a picture. It's one of those weird things where like it went viral for a while because like they thought women could use it as a self-defense weapon that you could like keep on a keychain. I'll send one in the chat. They are
God, this is it.
Yeah, they are remarkably dumb, and all they have since they came out and people started buying them, every single person that knows anything.
A portable dildo.
Yeah, it's
all dildos are pretty portable.
Oh,
they're
so
very dumb.
Yeah, and your mom.
They need to start making portable
speak for
dildos.
yourself,
You could fit in
bro.
like a carry-on.
None of my dildos are portable.
Fucking
You
yours might.
This
be.
is-
have those stationary dildos
This is like a weaponless match to
built
me.
in.
So wait, this one.
Yeah, so this
they-
is just man versus man.
I mean, this Kubaton though.
Oh,
like,
the hockey
Getting
players
stabbed by that would suck.
It would hurt like fuck.
So the
kill.
Zdeno Chara with the nunchucks versus Aaron Judge with the Kubaton. I believe we ended with you, right, Rudy? So you're up first.
So here's the thing. I don't know much about baseball. Aaron Judge strikes me as the kind of guy where, like, if he clips his fingernails a little bit too close, he's like, "Ooh."
Tommy.
Yeah.
And Zdeno Chara was a man's man. He was a beast.
Right, he's a hockey player.
And not only was he just some big lumbering oaf, he actually had legitimate skill. Like, he was, the craziest thing about him was how big he was and how nimble he still
All right,
was.
so this seems like an extreme advantage. I don't want to write off Judge immediately, but
Now
here's
here's the rub. Hockey players in general, doesn't matter how gifted you are at hockey, you might be the worst athlete.
Doesn't translate.
Yeah.
I don't know about Zdeno, but at least he's big. And there's just something about Eastern Europeans that are just sort of
absolutely.
like like they can endure pain like a hound.
They live in pain.
They live in pain. And I think that Zdeno Chara has lived in pain because I think his body is so big it just hurts. He's lived in that. I think he's got more of a savagery in him. I don't know much about Aaron Judge, but I'm gonna go with Zdeno. Just
I mean, and also to add on to that, like his dad was an Olympic wrestler in the Soviet bloc. Like that is not an upbringing.
That's like one of the more depressing things you can think of.
Yeah.
That's like the worst fate.
Yeah. KB.
Yeah, is there any like record of Aaron Judge? Like,
He's there's been some brawls. He's never thrown a punch or anything in a brawl. He's probably got some fire. But I mean, to me, it'll come like hockey players fight routinely.
I'm going with the Slovak hockey player.
2 for Chara. Nick.
He wasn't known as an enforcer, really, was he?
I think
He was
towards
a good
towards the end
defenseman.
for sure, at least.
Like not like
But
a
no one would-
Rock or
Oh no, he was rough.
Reeves.
He was not like Reeves, but no one would fight him because it was an instant loss.
Okay, just because of his size.
Oh, so he was the best fighter in the NHL?
No,
Not by like straight up skill.
I thought he was just a good
but he's just
player.
he was a good player, but he would fight and he would just beat people because he's just so big.
Yeah, I'm taking him.
With his skates on, he was like 7 feet tall.
And he's not much of a looker, is he?
Oh, he's uglier,
gotta be.
uglier than a fiend.
Okay, then I think in a fight with essentially weaponless, the uglier guy is always scarier.
Yeah, his nose is shocking.
Okay.
He looks like an Easter Island head.
Okay.
Oh, they all Slavs always have square heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the ugly Slavic men are the ugliest
All right.
species
Yes.
of all time.
Well, hold on.
Why are you claiming you're?
Yeah, this is
We did a whole.
you can't be
we
late
did a whole
stage Slovak.
episode on Slovakia. You never.
I
claimed
talked about it.
Did you claim I'm Slovakian?
I literally said it.
I am too.
I know. That's why I'm saying chill.
No, you're not.
You're Polish.
I am Slovak. I asked my nanny. She said the bulk SARS are Slovak. Yeah. So I'm like 25%.
Oh, so this is a rigged match, kind of. Yeah, too many Slovaks on the panel. I would go with Chara as well. Just Eastern European, scary, has fought
And
before.
hockey. Yeah.
And hockey.
Yeah, he's just a fighter versus not a fighter.
Yeah. So Chara with the nunchucks. Although that is kind of part of it. He's like a big, dumb, lumbering beast. I don't know how he would handle a nunchuck. He might just drop them.
I
and
think
fight.
they would both drop their weapons.
Yeah.
They'd both like, what the fuck do we do with this?
Yeah.
I'm surprised he took Aaron Judge just lying down like that.
Tommy hates Aaron Judge.
Yeah, Tommy's done.
I mean, I'm not happy with him at the moment
Yeah.
due to his World Series performance, and also he's a baseball player. Like, what satisfaction do I get in my life with Aaron Judge winning a fake tournament of gladiators? None.
Okay.
So now we have the number 10 versus the 7. The 10 seed is at 6'3", 240, Lawrence Taylor. So when we're talking in his prime, so he is coked out of his mind. And probably doing other very bad things off to the side. And that's going up as number 7 seed, Ndamukong Suh. So it's
Oh
Sue,
my God.
6'4", 313. If you ever hear any NFL player ever talk about Sue, they're like, he was the scariest human being to go against. He was so strong. Like,
Well, but wasn't he dirty? He was very
Yeah.
dirty.
in his early career,
Mean
yes.
guy.
Later on, no. But like, if you even hear like,
I don't know. I think it was almost always. He was always twisting ankles in piles.
I think that kind of ended when he left the line.
I feel like no. I think he was
No,
always dirty.
not.
And I think it changed. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like that it was that all that happened during his Lions
I think
tenure.
in the Gladiator arena, I think he'd pick and throw dirt in faces and shit.
Yeah, and that's
Oh,
all
bring
legal.
a gun,
Gun,
you.
yeah.
And keep in mind, that's all legal in this world, in the Gladiator world, that is. But yeah, they're both huge dudes, very scary. So
You twist your cock.
He'd twist your cock.
he'd twist your cock straight off. So now let's see their weapons. What do we get for these two? Put this up. Okay, first up, Lawrence Taylor. Let's see what you get. Looks like Lawrence Taylor's size is a very funny image. So if you know what size are, do you know the knives that the one Ninja Turtle holds?
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know the Ninja Turtle.
Isn't
Raphael.
that 2 knives?
Yeah, it's is it Raphael that holds
Yeah.
the knives? Yeah. So it's those 2 knives that one Ninja Turtle had. Yeah, I guess it's Raphael.
it's Raphael.
Yeah, and so that's going up against Ndamukong Suh with, let's see, with a bow staff, a Ninja Turtle matchup. So Lawrence Taylor with size versus
Those are like the typical
What
ninja
is-
things.
a bow staff is big, just imagine a big long stick, like almost like a very like it's what the other Ninja Turtle has.
Yeah. I
So
believe Donatello. I want to say Donatello.
yeah, you're right. But I think it was Donatello.
Yeah.
So Lawrence Taylor, one of the scariest defensive linemen in NFL history, or serious defensive players rather in NFL history, versus Sue, also very scary with a bow staff. Tommy.
This is really hard. I mean, obviously the swords are on their face more effective than the bow staff, but I don't know how good Lawrence Taylor is going to be with those. Ndamukong Suh could use the bow staff to kind of keep Lawrence Taylor away. He could just, like, whenever Lawrence Taylor wants to get close, he just kind of pokes him with the stick. I always wish I saw Lawrence Taylor play. Like, my uncles are always like, he was like the greatest defensive specimen of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But Ndamukong Suh was dirty, and I do think it would, if he gets in close, I'm going to Ndamukong Suh with the bow. I think I don't know if Lawrence Taylor would be able to use those little fucking knife things, and I think Ndamukong Suh would keep him at an arm's length with that bow staff for a while.
So between these two, and you're going with Sue, I would say that Lawrence Taylor with the size, I would agree. I don't know if he knows how to use them, but they're still long ass daggers.
Yeah.
Sue with the bow staff, I think he doesn't even need to hold it like a bow staff. He can just hold it like a baseball bat and just wail on Lawrence Taylor. And he's just significantly stronger and bigger than Lawrence Taylor was. No disrespect to Lawrence Taylor, he's just a smaller, bigger guy. So I'd go with Sue with the bow staff as well versus Lawrence Taylor with the size. Nick.
I think bow staff is the weapon here that requires the least amount of training, and you could just go out there and wail. And he's a dirty fucking player. That bodes well for him across the board. I'm going Sue.
He might break the bow staff in half and then stab Lawrence Taylor with it.
Also
Yeah.
could happen, yeah. KB.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with you guys. I don't know enough.
So his name, I believe,
know
if I
enough
remember
either.
correctly, Ndamukong Suh.
I don't know about them as players. I don't know who. I don't know their size. I know Lawrence Taylor is a legend at linebacker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much about him either.
Sue's name, like his Ndamukong means like House of 1,000 Spears or something, right?
That's not gonna affect my.
House of 1,000 Spears?
I think that's what his name means. If I remember reading that
That's-
once, I don't know if
that
that's
goes
true.
hard.
Yeah.
What is he, Nigerian?
I have no clue. Rudy?
I mean, I don't know what we're doing here.
What is he then?
Lawrence Taylor has, I don't know.
Well, you said no so quickly and
But
emphatically.
I think he's like some sort of island.
What? Sue? Like an
Yeah.
Islander?
Yeah, isn't he? I mean, his name is Ndamukong Suh.
That is his name.
Oh, he is. Is American.
Yeah, that,
From Portland.
oh, you can't get worse than that.
No, what are his...
Yeah.
It's his
that's what I
ethnic
meant.
breakdown.
Let's
Give
see.
me
Break
your
'em
fucking
down.
Early life.
Doesn't have one.
You got it.
His mom
named-
his mom was born in Jamaica. His dad's from Cameroon.
Oh, so you were
Says
more right. I
Cameroon?
guess.
That was a little, but not much.
His dad played for the semi-professional soccer team in Germany.
Okay, so in the Njemba language of Cameroon, it means House of Spears. So not 1,000 spears, but still cool.
Yeah.
Well, House of Spears probably has 1,000.
At least.
I don't think. I think it probably have like 100.
Yeah, it's a lot of spears. It's a warehouse.
The shit ton of Spears. So the Sue's gonna move on. You're gonna try and go for the size and Lawrence Taylor.
It's not even the size. He has 2 fucking knives.
They're big knives.
Those are the size.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant size.
Yeah.
No, SAIS size.
Yeah. No, yeah. I don't understand. Like, he has 2 fucking knives. I understand Ndamukong Suh is a terrifying individual, but he has a fucking stick, and Lawrence Taylor has 2
Oh,
knives.
Lawrence Taylor has knives.
2
The other guy
knives.
doesn't.
Well,
No, he's a stick.
They're the size.
They're called, the name of the blades are size. That's
You
the name.
keep saying size. I thought you meant like you're talking about his actual
SAIS.
dimension.
No, although that is also a factor, but it's
This is
SAIS.
them. They're
It's
the
this-
ninja knives.
the Ninja Turtle knives.
Then what's the other weapon?
The bow
it's
staff.
a stick. It's a stick.
It's a very long staff.
Give me the man with the knives.
The man with the 2 knives.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna flip as well to the man. Oh, I'm gonna flip
He has
too.
2 fucking knives.
No, sometimes you just need to hear things in a different perspective. I forget it happened in the
Our
matchup
size
earlier.
aren't that sharp, are they? I thought it was more of a defense.
They're knives.
They
I don't think
are
they're that
pointy.
sharp.
I don't think that they're edged.
They're just pointing at
You know
but they're
what?
not sharp
No,
on the
I'm
sides.
back. I'm back to Aaron
not
Donald.
sharp
I'm back
knives?
to.
Aaron
Sorry, I'm
Donald.
back to
You
Ndamukong
don't
Suh.
know that.
I don't think size are sharp.
You don't know that.
I kind of agree, and I don't know if he'd be able to use them that well. They're not as good as a knife.
They're not edged. I don't think. I think they're just pointed.
I'm back on
He
Ndamukong
said he
Suh.
wouldn't know how to stab somebody.
Well, no, I'm just saying it's a little bit tougher.
Our size.
I think it's more a
sharp.
disarming weapon.
No, size are not traditionally sharp. The tip of the
Huh.
size is called the saki.
Yeah, the
Can
non-sharp
either-
knives.
What are they used for?
I think disarming.
Oh, give me the other guy.
Well, what the fuck? Why are they shaped like a knife and not a knife?
So that means that Sue with his bow staff are going to move on. Now
I'm
we
still
have
taking Taylor.
for the 15-seat chain game. We have another battle royale, but this one is a very different one. It is a chariot round. So this is a giant chariot arena where all of these contestants will be battling on chariots like they did kind of in Gladiator. The first contestant is at 6'1", wide receiver Rashee Rice.
Oh, Jesus.
Will be from the
Okay.
Chiefs. Is the first guy up.
It'll go fast.
After that,
Why? Am I missing something there?
He wrecked into somebody on the offseason and ran away.
Oh.
and then we have at 5'9", 180, Tony Stewart.
Oh, boy. Yep, he's killed.
At 5'2", 99 pounds, Danica Patrick.
She'll wreck.
She's 5'2", 99.
Yeah, 5'2", 99. Then it's
Bad
Stewart
little
killed
tang.
someone?
Tony
At a-
Stewart, there was a guy that got out of his car on a race, and everybody else saw the guy, and Tony Stewart ran him over in a race.
In
Killed
a
him.
NASCAR race?
Yeah.
It wasn't
like
NASCAR. It was like
it
stock
wasn't
car.
NASCAR.
Yeah. And then at
the
6'3",
fuck?
220, Jim Boeheim. He's a little bit older, up there in age now, but I think he could probably figure it out.
Who did he run over?
I think a random guy in Syracuse.
And then at 7,980 feet tall combined and 25,000 combined pounds, the Georgia Bulldogs, after a party with their car keys, as submitted by
All they
Nick.
do is get DUIs.
Yeah, so the entire Georgia Bulldogs football team versus Rashee Rice.
And they all are they all on one horse?
I think they're all on their own separate chariots, are we saying, right?
Versus a team of the other guys?
Yeah.
Is there an equal number?
No, it's 105 people on the Bulldogs.
Well, I'll go with the whole football team.
I would take
call
the
me
team
crazy,
as
but
well,
I'm gonna go
yeah.
with the whole football team.
I think no way, because I don't think they'd be able to drive a chariot. I bet Tony Stewart raced a bunch of different vehicles.
None of them can drive a chariot.
Tony Stewart could.
Tony Stewart definitely
come over.
could. So Rice versus Stewart versus Patrick versus Boeheim versus the entire Georgia Bulldogs football team.
I'm tripped up on Danica Patrick being miniature.
Yeah.
She's small.
99 pounds?
9 pounds, dude, sub 100. Rudy,
I
which
just pictured her to be big for a woman.
She's wild. She's
Like-
wildly bow-legged, is she not?
I guess I never really pictured her as a person, just as a driver.
Yeah, it's a GoDaddy commercial. Girl.
exactly, yeah.
Everybody thought that was a porn site, right?
I
Guilty.
100% thought that was a porn site, no question.
Why would I, you know?
So
She doesn't have the proportions of somebody miniature.
She doesn't. Oh. Who's it? Yeah.
She a bad little tang.
There's no picture on Google where like, oh, she's tiny, tiny.
okay, so again, it's the full chariot round. We'll say that if Georgia football wins, then it would be like whoever who's like the best player on Georgia, Carson Beck.
It doesn't. Yeah, but not a defense. He doesn't have a DUI.
No, but it would be we'll say it would be, in this case, I guess, Carson Beck. So the Georgia football
Wait, we're now it's just Carson
No,
Beck?
I'm saying if Georgia wins, because it's not going to be the whole football team that moves on. So the Georgia football team versus Jim Boeheim versus Danica Patrick versus Tony Stewart versus Rasheed Rice, Rudy.
I'm taking the whole football team. Call me crazy.
Yeah, the whole young football team of a very good.
Yeah, I'll give me the 100 Division I athletes.
All right, so 1 for the Georgia football team. KB.
Yeah, I'm gonna err on the side of caution and go with them.
Nick.
Those guys put people in danger accidentally, right? It's a conscious decision to drink and drive, but if they were to kill, it would be accidental. Tony Stewart, his was damn near intentional, because he didn't like that guy.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
The craziest thing I've ever
A guy
heard.
got out of the car and Tony just.
Are you kidding me?
Dude,
No.
I didn't know it was like that. I thought it was very accidental. On
I
his
think
back.
that
Apparently there was,
Tony
like, some-
wheeled him off like he caused his car to like stop, and then the guy
Was
got
Tony-
out of his
Tony-
car and was yelling at Tony Stewart, basically.
And Tony Stewart said, "You know what I'm gonna do?
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I'm gonna run you over."
Is he free?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What
did-
happened?
It was ruled accidental. Mm-hmm. He said vision was low
yeah.
because of the.
The NASCAR
Again,
driver
I'm
said
speaking out of my ass. I should not be the expert at
There's
this.
clear footage of it too, and it's not great.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go with Tony Stewart?
Yeah, I'm going Tony Stewart.
I go Tony as well. I do think that the other guys they're not going to know how to ride any of this. I think Tony Stewart's probably ridden a horse before, and I think that is only you're one stage removed from riding a chariot, and I think he's got the instinct that these other guys don't have. So I'd go with Tony Stewart. So 2 for the football team, 2 for Tony Stewart. Tommy Smokes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up more into this Tony Stewart murder later. But yeah, I call me crazy. I'm gonna go with the entire football team.
You go with the entire football team. Okay, so let's say for this case, it's going to be one player from the Georgia football team because we're not going to be doing full chariots. Now you're going to get assigned a weapon. So let's say, do you want to say it's Carson Beck?
I mean, Carson Beck.
No.
It has to be a large black man on the defensive side of the football.
Carson Beck has a melting face.
Carson
and-
Beck is a
no.
giraffe.
Okay, who's Oscar?
I would bet they have a linebacker defensive end that's a projected first round pick.
Yeah, let's see. George.
Bold.
Yeah.
Tell you what, any one of these guys would cream Paul Mescal.
Oh, like in Gladiator
Yeah?
2?
Did he get huge for it? Are the reviews good? Kenjac, have you seen it?
Yeah, from everything I've seen, it's like it's not as good as the first movie, but it's still very entertaining. Let's see, who has the most sacks on?
This is a ridiculous one.
Smale
Jalen
London.
Walker. How about this? He has the most sacks on Georgia right now, 5.5.
Do you think they're gonna use the same like music? Are they gonna open with a?
That would be really
I don't
cool.
think so. So we're saying Jalen Walker, linebacker for Georgia, 6'2", 245. He's going up against our number 2 seed, an absolute tank of a man, monstrous, 6'3", 255. Brian Cushing in his prime, just
boy.
yoked
Roid
up,
rage.
yoked up on the craziest roids you can ever imagine in your entire life. Face all bloody, just oh my god.
He used to fight himself.
Yeah.
He there was a clip where he was the Browns player. He like headbutted him on the helmet purposely when he did not have a helmet on, and just
Yeah, and then he
bloodied
would
his
also
face.
headbutt his own helmet,
Yes, fucking
the vibes.
psychopath.
putting out a sick vibe.
Okay,
On the sideline.
okay, so let's do the weapons here. First, we have Brian Cushing. What weapon does Brian Cushing have here? Brian Cushing gets the baton,
Ooh, okay.
and
All right.
Jalen Walker by default gets the sword and shield. I'm surprised the sword and shield didn't. I know it's random, but it just kind of feels weird that went last.
I think it feels appropriate.
Yeah, shocker. The white guy gets the baton.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Nick Bosa would have loved this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would have won the whole thing with this.
Oh, yeah. So, Brian Cushing with a baton versus, we're saying Jalen, or it was Jalen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to pick Brian Cushing just because I don't want to advance some random Georgia football player nobody's heard
Yeah.
of.
He's a sword and shield. Like, think about it.
Sword and shield versus baton, though, and Brian
Yeah.
Cushing's a psychopath.
Brian Cushing also wasn't like he was pretty good, but
He was
wasn't,
very
like-
good.
Was he?
Yeah, he was very, very good, except he just kept getting hurt.
I
and
do think
getting
his
busted
name
BDs.
value probably exceeded his actual talent.
That's fair.
But yeah, he was good.
So 1 for Brian Cushing from Tommy. I would go Brian Cushing as well. He is just a disgustingly psychotic human. Nick.
It's Cushing. What?
Rudy, what's the other guy's name that he's facing?
Does it matter? He's a
Yes, it
fucking
does matter.
sword.
This is a weapons matchup. Let's be real. The Georgia player has a sword.
Yes.
And a shield.
Yeah, and it's a sharp sword, right?
Yes,
Shut
it's
the
for
fuck
sure.
up.
If it's a sharp sword, yeah, I gotta. Cushing just is one of the scarier guys.
For sure.
Like he would be a nightmare to like. Hey, could you mind if I bring Brian Cushing with me?
No.
Out at the bar, you know it's gonna be an awful night.
Yeah, take him to Chili's now.
No.
Cushing probably hangs out with Obelisk the Tormentor.
Oh, absolutely.
They
Obelisk
were-
the
they were
Tormentor
in
is
the
scared of
same
him.
circles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those two are thick as thieves.
And he makes him uncomfortable.
Right.
Obelisk is like chill.
Obelisk asks, he's like,
Like,
Cushing's
you-
not going to be
You
there,
gotta
right?
relax, Brian.
Yeah, stop headbutting stuff.
So are you going to switch your vote, Nick?
yeah, sword.
So that
So
means
I was looking up the guy Tony Stewart killed. I'm reading about it. It's insane.
yeah. He got out of the car. I remember that, and he was yelling at Tony Stewart, and Tony Stewart just rammed him.
Everybody else veered down, and Tony veered up.
Yeah.
And
Interesting.
Why
flung him 25 feet.
Why'd he get out of the car?
Tony Stewart nudged him.
Yeah.
And caused a caution.
No, but still, why do you get out of the
Yeah, you
car?
don't get out of the
You
car.
don't. It was a bad move, but not one that gets you murdered. So one for Javon Walker, or was it Jamal? Sorry, I keep forgetting this guy. I
To
can't
me,
even
this is a sanctity of the
Jalen
bracket pick. We can't be advancing a random guy on Georgia whose name we don't even know.
Walker. Yeah,
There it is.
I think that might be it. We might just have to advance Brian Cushing with the sword and shield.
I mean, I get that, but if we're doing like realistically, the
Oh,
guy,
Brian Cushing is the one with the sword.
No, he has the baton.
Okay, I think we got to respect to the Georgia football player a little bit. He's a Georgia football player.
He's a Georgia football player.
That means we're 2-2, Rudy.
and also the Gladiator is all about the unknowns.
How hard is it to use a sword, though? It's pretty
Can't be
pretty
easy.
basic.
straightforward.
It can't be that much harder.
I don't think it could be that
Kill with
easy.
the blade of chaos behind you.
I would be. No, I don't think.
But you're also not like a 6'5",
Somebody else was
250
fighting.
massive human D1 dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I have to just pick the guy with the sword.
That means Jalen Walker, linebacker from Georgia, is going to advance. Let's run through these playoffs quick. First, we have
I think you should just do random Georgia football.
Yeah, I think
Okay, we'll say random. Okay,
Yeah.
random Georgia football player.
fine.
So now we have on the playoffs Ray Lewis with a frying pan versus Myles Garrett with a trident and net. Rudy.
Oh my God, I forgot about this. Ray Lewis with a frying pan or Myles Garrett with a trident and net.
Mm-hmm.
Net.
The net is a huge
The
thing.
net
Yeah.
is very big, and a trident is no pushover either. You can poke from a distance.
But if you missed throwing the net at Ray Lewis, he'd be so mad at you for that pussy shit.
Yeah, I'd be like, you just throw a fucking net.
Is
at
that a
me?"
net on the ground?
Yeah. He'd start chewing. He'd bite his way
He
through it.
might gnaw through the net.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to go with Myles Garrett in this situation. Distance with trident and just the net. If you get that around Ray Lewis, I don't think he's very good at like getting
Dexterity,
out of that.
yeah.
Yeah, especially with a frying pan in his hand, like it's like kind of it would be difficult.
So one for Garrett with his trident and net. KB.
Yeah, if this was no weapons and we were just, I think Ray Lewis would be my top pick, but I'm gonna go Myles Garrett with the trident.
2 for Garrett. Nick.
Yeah, it's right now it just comes down to the weapons, and it's the trident versus a frying pan.
Yeah, that is kind of tough. I'd go with Garrett as well. Like even I think in a bare knuckle, I might even pick Garrett. He's just an insane, like insanely athletic human being. So Garrett with it.
Yeah, I was going to say the same. I think he's bigger, faster, stronger, and he's got a trident in that.
I'm denying you better do it better.
So now we have on the top end Giancarlo Stanton being controlled by a Korean esports
There we
gamer
go.
Okay, there's the winner.
versus Rob Gronkowski with a baseball bat.
The
Tommy.
Korean would put his mind in a pretzel. The mind of Gronk versus the mind of a teenage Korean boy addicted to video games. Come on, this is a bloodbath.
Yeah, so lopsided.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't even know if we have to go through football. I'll do Stanton. I'm assuming Nick, you're Stanton. KB.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's got to be the greatest
A
IQ
Korean would
difference
have-
we've had so far.
he'd have Gronk in the air, like in the sky.
He'd have Gronk hitting himself with the baseball bat.
Yeah, he'd have Gronk slipping.
Holy shit! I completely forgot. Stanton has a crowbar. I almost forgot about the crowbar part.
In the
like undercutting him, and he goes flying like 5 feet in the air. Yeah.
I meant like in the stratosphere.
Yeah, there's gonna be some UFC. There's gonna be some UFC fans that are very unhappy with us for not like. How do you not include Johnny Walker?
Well, no, we said
no combat sports. No combat sports athletes.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So Giancarlo Stanton with a crowbar being controlled by a Korean esports gamer versus Myles Garrett with a trident net. Rudy.
Giancarlo. Oh man. The net. I mean, dude, the Korean kid. I mean, he's seen this.
Dodge every attempt.
He's seen
blindfolded.
He's seeing this in third person too, like a
Right.
video game view. So, no sneaking up.
Uh-huh.
Ugh.
Now here I'm gonna throw a flag just for the sanctity. You said no combat. I mean, technically, is the Korean esports pro?
He's not a combat athlete.
No.
No,
he's
not
not
even
a
close.
Yeah.
Not even close.
I would say he's
Wait,
a
but it's
16-year-old
still-
boy who plays video games.
Yeah.
But he can't make
combat video game.
But he can't make Giancarlo do anything that he wouldn't already be able to do. Like he wouldn't make him jump high.
No.
Yeah, he can't
he has his
spit a
strength,
ball of fire.
but it has
Okay.
the Korean's reflexes.
It's just
more
updating his
interesting.
reflexes. Yeah.
He can't make him run.
Okay. And he's going. What is the weapon he's going against?
Stanton has a crowbar. He's going up against Garrett
Oh.
and his trident and net.
I don't know if. Yeah. I don't know if Garrett could use the trident appropriately. Is that something you can just run up and stab somebody with?
Yeah, it's a fork. It's a big. It's like what
A giant fork.
Poseidon.
Oh yeah.
So which one are you going with?
I'm still good. I trust the gamer.
You trust the gamer. That's 2 for Stanton and the crowbar being controlled by the Korean. Nick?
It comes down to the Korean. Really does.
It is a massive, massive difference. I would go with Stanton as well. Tommy?
Yeah, it's hard, but I don't think Myles would know what to do with the trident and net, and the Korean can make any weapon work.
Yeah.
So I'll go with
I don't think it's too OP though, because Stanton. I mean, his body. It's his limits. It's his physical limits.
Yeah.
The one hit. If Garrett gets hit by the crowbar, it's done.
Yeah, it's over. So now we have on the other side of the bracket as Stanton in with the crowbar moves into the finals. Chara with a nunchucks versus LeBron James with a mace.
Well, next.
I respect Zdeno Chara. It is gonna be a
yeah, it's a
bloodbath.
blowout.
You guys think this is like a full-on, like, don't even need to vote? We can do it.
Yeah,
I mean,
No, I mean,
Zdeno Chara is going to
nunchucks
throw the nunchucks on the ground, and LeBron is going to bash his head in with a metal ball.
With the metal
Yeah,
bat, yeah.
Are nunchucks the unanimously worst weapon of all time?
I think they're sick when you're good at it.
But who has anyone ever been good at them?
Ninjas.
Maxi
Yeah, Bruce
from
Lee.
Soul Calibur 2.
Oh God. Okay.
Bruce Lee looks sick as hell using them. Like, but that's that in the Ninja
Like,
Turtles.
not
and that's
like-
it.
Is there any real footage
Yeah,
of somebody
did
using
someone ever,
nunchucks
like,
in
practice-
actual
How many
combat?
people do you think have been killed by nunchucks?
9?
0.
Was there like an era where nunchucks were the only weapon?
Pink Panther. There's a sick scene with nunchucks.
I
where
would bet you hard money most nunchuck injuries are injuring the user of the nunchucks, not the person they're
Yes,
attending.
of someone
to hurt.
trying to learn nunchucks.
Yes. Okay, so LeBron with the mace is going to move on. Now we have the Georgia football player, we were saying with a sword and shield, versus Ndamukong Suh with a bow staff. Start with you, Rudy.
There's a handful of nunchuck killings in recent memory.
Really?
Really? Where?
Kid at a Halloween party.
That sucks.
A guy killed his mom
What?
with nunchucks in San Francisco in 2016.
Must have been my
Probably
accident.
could have used anything.
Yeah, at that point.
But
So
an amateur boxer killed a man, a 62-year-old man with nunchucks. Whew.
These are all mismatches, though.
Yeah.
yeah. So again, random Georgia football player with a sword and a shield versus Sue with a bow staff. Let's do Rudy first
I'm gonna go with random Georgia football player
with a sword and a shield.
with a sword and shield because I mean, Ndamukong, a random Georgia football player is not going to be too far off from Ndamukong Suh. Ndamukong Suh is absolutely humongous and terrifying, but he doesn't have a sword
Or shield.
or shield.
Yeah.
It's a
KB?
stick.
I'm gonna gamble on Sue getting a great mismatch, like a backup or something, because it's a big team. Most of them are backups. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna go with him.
Nunchucks in the right hands. Sorry, guys, this is crazy. Has the same amount of energy as a 9mm bullet.
That
That just cannot be true.
That can't be true at all.
Dude, we're talking 350 joules upon impact.
So 1-1 right now, Nick.
What?
Sorry if I didn't know how to respond to that.
Well,
There's no way.
Rudy heard Jules, and his brain went like monkey see neuron effect, and he was thinking of smoking a vape. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way that a nunchuck can produce as much power as a bullet.
Nick, the random Georgia football player with sword and shield versus Sue with the bow staff.
Sword and shield.
Sword and shield, 2-1 right now in favor of the sword and shield. I really do think like you could get a good draw on the random, like KB was saying, but the sword and shield is so OP versus a stick. So I really got to go with the Georgia football player. Tommy?
Sanctity of the bracket pick again, sticking with Ndamukong Suh.
Georgia. Okay, so Georgia player with a sword and a shield versus LeBron James with a mace. Tommy?
Yeah, LeBron with the mace. I think when we look back on this episode years from now, they'll look back and they'll say they had a random Georgia football player win the whole thing just because he happened to get a sword and shield through a wheel. We don't want that. Do we want that to be in the annals of history? I don't think we do. We want LeBron.
Those pants might as well
those
be
are
clear.
crazy, Tommy. those pants, I can see.
Your panties.
Those pants might as well be made of saran wrap.
What do you mean?
It's been the whole
I just
episode.
saw your whole dick and ball.
Yeah,
No, you didn't.
every bit.
Yeah, I saw the wrinkles.
Hey, everybody.
I saw the wrinkles in your scrotum.
Yeah, I can count the rings.
I have a wrinkly scrotum.
Dude, when he moved his legs aside, Nick, it was like there was a vacuum.
It was
seal.
just a cough. It was a vacuum sealed cough.
It was like it all of a sudden became so clear.
Should I get it? Should I get a boner for the boys? To end the episode?
You get a boner.
LeBron. I would go LeBron as well. He's an athletic freak at his peak with a mace. I would take it almost over a lot of things. Nick.
Who's it against? Who's it against?
Georgia football with the sword and shield.
We can't have that. That's so boring. So I'm voting against that. I'm not voting for. I'm voting against.
So LeBron's going to win, but KB?
It's a preventative measure.
Right, but I mean, I think like a Georgia starting linebacker would kind of destroy LeBron James in a fight. But I think.
I don't know.
Just think like pure reach alone. He's 6'9", like with a 7'5" wingspan.
This is a football. This is a high level football player.
Yeah. Like LeBron is significantly more athletic.
Goes a long way
But
too.
with the mace, I
feel like
LeBron.
it takes the least amount to like really be lethal with it. You don't have to have knowledge or how to use it.
I'm going LeBron with the mace, but if it was no weapons, yeah.
LeBron's going to win, but Rudy?
I think I'm actually like straight up okay with it, not even saying to the bracket. LeBron with a mace is fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's the final as we all expected. LeBron James with a mace versus Giancarlo Stanton being controlled by a Korean esports teenager when he has a crowbar.
Let's be realistic with this.
Trying to be as real as humanly possible here, as grounded as we possibly can be. So, Rudy, you're up first. Who do you think wins in a no-holds-barred fight? LeBron James with a big-ass fucking mace versus Giancarlo Stanton with a crowbar being controlled by a Korean esports gamer.
To me, this comes down to a game of reach and mobility. The Korean kid can move anybody around like you can't believe. The problem is that Giancarlo can't really move, so he's limited by Giancarlo's movement. And LeBron has a huge wingspan, and then you add a mace to that wingspan. That is a lethal combo. So truly, I think it'd be funnier if Giancarlo won with the Korean esports athlete. But I honestly think LeBron would win because strictly based off the reach and the fact that Giancarlo just isn't that fast.
One for LeBron. KB.
I think the Korean is making Stanton jump, duck, spin, and dive at just the perfect distribution to win this fight.
So you're going to go one for the Stanton with the crowbar. Nick?
Yeah, and if the Korean's able to study the game tape to get to these finals in the tournament, he's going to have the timing down. He's going to have this it's a boss battle.
If he can train, yeah.
It's just he's too powerful.
So 2 for Stanton with the crowbar being controlled. I would go with LeBron and the mace. I kind of agree with Rudy in that the reach is humongous here. Like Stanton's 6'6", he's a big dude, but like LeBron is the wingspan's crazy, and like you add onto the wingspan the length of the mace, like that is.
Yeah, he probably has
LeBron is destroying John Carl. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
being real.
Yeah, but it's being controlled by the esports gamer is a tremendous
Well,
factor.
you know how fast the synapses of the reflexes of this gamer is.
I'm trying to picture it.
It's insanely
it's up
fast.
to Giancarlo's body to respond.
His body can't just. I don't know.
So right now we are 2-2. Tommy, you're gonna tie.
It's hard. This is tough. You know, Giancarlo's the health is a concern for me, but LeBron not having a killer instinct. LeBron does not have the killer instinct of a teenage Korean boy.
This is prime Giancarlo. This is Mike.
Yeah, this is Mike Stanton.
Oh, it's Mike Stanton.
Yeah.
Okay, so he can run a little bit. He can move. This is 59 home run, Giancarlo Stanton.
It's him at his physical peak.
Yeah, I don't know if LeBron. To me, it's, you know, I know there's obviously physicality to it, but it's also a strategic matchup. And as much as LeBron reads The Godfather, I don't know if he has battlefield strategy that a young Korean boy does. So I'm going to go with Giancarlo and the Korean.
That means that Giancarlo Stanton with a crowbar being controlled by a Korean esports gamer is going to win the bracket, episode 152. Some of the honorable mentions we had here. Charles Oakley was one that I tried to work in here.
Sean Oakley should have been on there.
Sean Oakman was also right. Was also
Baylor guy.
Yeah. Bo Jackson also heavily submitted a lot. Albert Bell, Dolph Lundgren. I didn't realize pre-acting was like a fucking like multiple time black belt like competitor in martial arts. Rasheed Wallace, JJ Watt, Ryan Reeves, you guys mentioned earlier. I don't know hockey enough, but Bob Probert they were saying, or Probert is it? Rudy?
Yeah, he's scary.
Yeah, I guess he's a big time fighter. But yeah, there were a couple other ones on there. But yeah, big time win for Giancarlo Stanton. He needed that
I thought
one.
you guys were gonna like when Kenjac texted me. I thought it was gonna be like Gilbert Godfrey versus Owen Wilson.
Athletes.
Athletes.
Yeah, I know. But I thought that was gonna. I thought we were going like real wild.
Real raw with it. No.
Yeah.
How would they ever be considered athletes?
I didn't know it was.
Tommy,
No, I didn't know it was just athletes.
This whole podcast is ruined because of your cock.
Yeah.
The top comment's gonna be like this timestamp for Tommy's entire cock balls and like the dimple of your asshole.
Yeah,
You can see
We should put this behind a paywall.
Yeah, put this on.
Yeah. Click to see the wrinkles in Tommy's scrotum.
And Tommy's
You can see
OnlyFans.
the spokes of your asshole.
It's unbelievable.
The spokes. It's sad. I know exactly what you're talking about. But that's the episode. We'll be back next week with a new topic.